I need a new chapstick out here. I need a new chapstick. I need a new chapstick. I'm running out of my juicy, juicy lips. Running out of my chapstick. Oh, good morning, people. How are we doing? It is Friday. Everybody should be happy. Everybody should have a smile. Everybody should be laughing, sarcastic, and being mean in a way that's funny. That's how I started my morning this morning with my zoomies, being sarcastic as fuck. I hate those so like, why would you even buy that? Lord. I'm a little late because I was making fun of my friends this morning. I was giving them shit and I was loving every minute of it. So I was a little late. Zoomies say they come first. I say fuck them. But I was saying that all morning. Anyhow, good morning. TikTok is banning me for my truthful comments. Yes, well, they ban me all the time, Rudy. Join the club. However, you know, there's a couple hypocritical things that happen all the time. I'm gonna tell you. All right. So basically what happened, shut the door so we don't shut the door. This fucking idiot. That was my husband, the fucking idiot. Yes, holding the door open again, like a fucking idiot. For those of you who have problems with the nicknames of my husband, well, he should stop being a fucking idiot. Anyway, TikTok. Back to TikTok. So, women who've had double mastectomies, right? Which I think is beautiful that they're able to show their bodies and stuff on. It doesn't bother me, right? Honestly, it doesn't bother me. However, what bothers me is the hypocrisy of it all. I was banned for doing sexual activities and pilfering for, I don't know, sexual, whatever I was banned for no more lives on my third account. You know what I mean? But these women who've gone through a horrific experience are showing their everything, which I support. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's hypocritical, right? We got panhandling on the gaming side of TikTok. We had, oh, hi, Steven. You're still alive. Yes, you made it. You got through the toughest part. Now on to the recovery. You got me next to you. We'll be fine. Anyhow, panhandling. You got people panhandling, right? And when I'm talking about panhandling, I'm talking about the gamers, right? The gamers who have teams, who collect money from people. Money, thousands of dollars a month people give them for their job. I have watched vile conversations. I've heard vile words used when they attack one another. Vile. And it's allowed. It's allowed. S.A. It's allowed. However, I say one inappropriate word and I get banned. What? I get banned for shit that's not even happening. Well, maybe you should change your attitude. Bruh, did you not hear what I said? I get banned for shit that doesn't even happen. Well, maybe you should adjust your tone. Bruh, are you listening? Do I need to speak louder? Anyhow, yes, the trolls are repelling me. Keep it down. Can you shut the door?
You want to keep it down out here?
Ah, this guy.
God damn it. Oh, sorry, yeah. Something got out.
So, total double standard, right, with the TikTok. Total double standard. People, my friends are sending me this. They're like, how are these people allowed to do this shit? Talk this way, but you get banned for what? Nothing? Yes, that's me. Danielle, be banned. So, that's my journey, that's my plight. However, right, people could come on and abuse me, harass me, and bully me. I was called a bitch this morning. God, I love waking up to that on my video. God, you're such a bitch. I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch, rich bitch. I'm a fucking bitch, bitchity bitch. Yes, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch because I'm speaking loud to Ed because he was in a moment of not being able to hear me, so I had to really project and enunciate. Cause I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch, I'm a bitchity bitch. Cause I'm a bitch, 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 bitchity bitch. That's me, the bitch. Now people are also bitching about me not feeding the skinny, frail man. Do you guys listen to the fucking video? Hi, Brett. Happy birthday, Brett. Why doesn't Dan raise his voice as loud as me? He does. TikTok. He does. TikTok. He also hears me raise my voice, right? Because he knows. So I'm going to tell you. I said, nope, Beverly, that's such a shit comment. When you put yourself out there, it's what happens. No, stop validating your excuses as to why you're projecting. Not acceptable. Your Honor, I object to those stupid ass comments, Beverly. Don't allow people to use that excuse, even yourself. I'm just saying. Stop validating people's ugliness. Stop validating your bitterness. Stop validating your jealousy. Stop validating your feelings, your projections onto me. Beverly, there's something very simple, right? I'm going to tell you something. Something very simple. You don't relate to somebody, you don't like somebody, scroll. Keep your fucking ugly assumptions to yourself, your judgments. Nobody needs to hear them, girl. Fix your face, fix your lashes, and then come talk to me. Oh, yes, Beverly's right. She is so right. We're another validator, another one deflecting the truth behind their ugliness. Yes, let's validate my ugliness. Let's validate my bitterness. Let's validate my shit. Because you put yourself out there. Please. Beverly, stop, girl. You're making a fool of yourself, honey. Anywho. Oh, Beverly. How old are you, girl? Please tell me you're like 25 and still learning, not 62 and just clueless. Please. Please. It takes a little bit of kindness, Beverly. Please tell me you haven't raised kids on these theories. Grandchildren with that mouth and that ugliness. You should be ashamed. You know what I mean? Beverly was projecting, Darren, because I put myself out there. So I should be expected to be trampled on and allow people to talk to me the way they do. You know what I mean? yeah, validation for their ugliness. Traitor flip, I do what I want to. You know, again, people telling a 50-year-old woman what to do. I'm trying to make an example out of idiots, right? So, anyhow, you don't like it, this isn't the place for you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Slick. Because every time I see your name, even though it's you, and I see, hi, Marianne, I see a, your name, like when you change it up, I still say it. Anyhow, yes, so I was called a bitch this morning. Grandpa, in the world of dimension, we are in our own dimension. However, dementia, right? They lose the ability to notice when they're full or hungry. Traitor flip. I know it wasn't a question. Mine was a statement back to you as well. You know, I can do that as well to protect my boundaries. Traitor flip, whatever. If you don't like this, go on, bully somebody else, harass somebody else. But it's not the place for you here. Anywho, give me a minute. Yes, Judy, I think that's what she was saying. That was the why she got her name. The cartel kingpin. What was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted by the troll? What was I saying? What was I saying? Remind me. Beverly's gone. Beverly's gone. I just hate Beverly. I don't know Beverly. I don't hate Beverly. I don't know her. I'm sure she has some redeeming qualities, but not on my page she doesn't. He forgets he's full. Thank you. Eating habits. Dan had just given him, I made him a big peanut butter jelly sandwich. I gave him an apple and an orange I cut up for him, and a bag of potato chips, actually more. And he had a Pop-Tart for lunch. And then I gave him another snack, and then he was hungry because we did the hamburger dog challenge. And he was like, ooh, do we have any extra of those? I'll take one. So right before he asked that question, he had had a hamburger, right? He wasn't hungry. We gave him the hamburger. He ate it all. He was content. And he was still bitching because he was hungry. No, I'm not going to feed him when I'm making dinner in 10 minutes. Why is that such a problem for people? Well, when I was taking care of my husband, and I just fed him every time he wanted to eat. Okay, well, I'm glad you did that. But, oh, good, cyclist. But for me, I want to make sure he has a healthy salad and some protein. So I'm not going to let him snack on shit all day long and then him not eat a good meal for dinner. 10 minutes, people. I'm not restricting food from him. I'm keeping him on a schedule, which is important to do for somebody like Ed. Hi, Dak. How are you, bruh? So, yeah, and I give him every meal other than cereal. In the morning, he gets some sort of dessert. So yes, stop critiquing something you have no idea about. And just because you cared for somebody with dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean your way is the right way. Everybody's different. Keep that in mind. Hello in San Antonio. Yes, and he just ate, Tiana, like literally. Hi, Jack. How about you? The brand of peanut butter matters. It does matter in my house. Now, I may get judged for my brand of peanut butter, but I will not buy anything but Skippy Natural. I said it, Skippy Natural. I don't look, I don't care, it's not full of, just peanuts. I love me some Skippy Natural. Yep, that's gets it. He's fit. He's not, people's like he's so thin. Somebody said that too. He's so thin, feed him. Stop treating him like a child. Obviously don't know about the disease. Number 2, he's so trim in my restriction. Must be why his clothes don't fit him, right? His clothes are too small. He's not trim, people. He has gained weight since he's been here full time. I feed him like a growing ass kid. Pop-Tart, that was his cookie. Yep, that's his cookie. So there you have it. Eating is the highlight of his day. He looks at the clock. So this morning, he's always been like that. He's very regimented with his eating. Always been that way. 12 o'clock, time for lunch, right? Wake up, I'm hungry. Dinner time, at 5. He's very, very regimented. So we keep his routine. For him is the most important thing to keep. He was never really a big snacker. So, and we know when he's really hungry. I mean, we can tell. He didn't even finish his whole salad that I made him with the chicken because he wasn't really that hungry because he had had a hamburger, right? You know that? He normally finishes, if he hadn't had that hamburger, he would have finished his whole salad and protein. But he didn't because he had a hamburger at 4:30. That's just it, right? That's just it. I like him to eat the healthy shit, not the fucking processed shit. Anyhow, yesterday I walked by the trail. Oh, good, Misty. I like that. Enjoy him while he's still here. I also don't like statements like that. Well, at least he's eating, right? You should just, anytime he says that, well, I hope you enjoy him. Y'all, it's all subjective, right? It's all subjective. Oh, good, you, sir. It's all subjective, right? Of course you're gonna get frustrated. Of course you're gonna have attitude sometimes because you're tired, overworked, overwhelmed. Keeping up with him, life, and everything else. Stop projecting and stop assuming that we're not enjoying him. There are moments we enjoy, just like our kids, right? You think I enjoyed every fucking minute with my kids? I hated the newborn phase. Susie, open your ears. Susie, did you not hear it? Well, he's a big man. Maybe he needs more than one stinking hamburger to fill him up. Susie, what did you not hear? That was a snack, Susie. And he didn't eat his dinner 30 minutes later, Susie, because of that one stinking hamburger, girl. Listen to what I'm saying. Stop jumping in and making ugly accusations when you're not listening to my words. Pay attention. You would love to see me at 92. I probably won't make it that long. Our generation doesn't make it that long. Susie, did you not hear what I said? I would rather him eat the things that he needs to, not that one stinking hamburger. Susie, I'm not gonna call it his dinner. So get real. Stop telling me how to run my house and fucking run Ed's routine, girl. And Susie pays for a membership. Funny, how are you paying to watch me when you obviously have some projections towards me? You know what I mean? No, Susie, talk to Dan. You think it's me stating? Yeah, you and I see the same thing. Talk to Dan. You don't think Dan and I are on the same page? Dan talks about this all the time. Stop making it a me problem. Stop making it a me problem. My husband and I do this together. Y'all wake up, smell the roses. He hears me in the house. We adjust to one another. One of us is frustrated, the other one can come in and help. Understand that we are on the same page as food, right? Stop being asshats. Yeah, he'd weigh 400 pounds. It's not healthy for him, right? Extra weight for him would be horrible. Have you seen, and he's already gained, he's probably, I would say a good 10 pounds up from when we have first started. He's heavy for him. You should see me trying to pull up his pants. Sometimes I'm like, holy crap, suck it in, bruh. His legs are skinny as shit, but everything else, you know. So, and look how frail he is. You know what I mean? Like his legs are tiny. Any more weight and just feeding him shit. He doesn't need diabetes right now. He's probably borderline. Mark believes he's borderline diabetic. Because Mark has diabetes. No, it wouldn't be good for him. Wouldn't be good for his walking. It's not healthy. You guys, think about it. It's hard, Tammy. It's never easy. And know that. No, doing the best you can is enough. No. People are clueless. You know, or they saw a relative take care of somebody and they saw snippets of that day and see that it's been done differently over down yonder. Nothing is black and white. There's no manual, as there's no manual about relationships, child rearing, and so forth. So with dementia, you know, people say, you should have taken classes. Like, do you train? Do you read? Because you're doing it all wrong. Oh. So basically, all those classes and books are gonna tell me and enlighten me on how to care for it. No, that's not true. It can tell you statistically and give you a baseline, but no two people, no three people are the same. Ed is a stubborn ass man. He's been that way all his life, right? You should see the stubbornness he's oozed sometimes out of his body. You think when I say, honey, give me your hand and let me show you the way back to the couch so we can sit down and ponder life together. He would look at me like I was fucking crazy. First of all, he doesn't grab my hand. Even out of the shower, I'm like, Ed, grab my hand, let me help you, you know, and he doesn't even grab it. He wants to hold on to, you know, the side of the walls. He's not that way, you know. They have great ideas. Those ideas don't work with everybody. Gives you the basis. This is, you learn as you go. Nobody knows what they're doing until you do it. Stubbornness is very obvious. Well, I'm trying to think what he did to me yesterday. And I was like, bruh, you better settle yourself down. And he got spicy with me. And I was like, in my joking way, because of course, that's how I have to cope in those situations when my energy's I'm very overwhelmed, right? I was very tired yesterday.
By the way, you weren't in the middle of the bed like you said earlier.
Yes, I was on the edge of the bed. You're right, I wasn't in the middle of the bed. We don't do an amazing job, Lauren, but we do the best we can, right? We do the best we can. I raised a child with autism. No book has ever helped you. Word. My daughter was different and took individual. Yes, right? And it takes you ways to find, right? Try to experiment. In what works one day, right? Blessed, probably doesn't work the next. We do find, both me and Dan. Every day we have our moments. Hi, funny me. Every day we're shitty at some point to each other, to Ed, you know, but that's the fact of life. And my kids, when they were younger, you were to tell me none of y'all were shitty to your kids, when you were pissed off, irritated, and overworked and overwhelmed. There's no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as doing an amazing... Dan, keep the door shut. She doesn't want to go. There's no such thing as being a perfect parent, caregiver, lover, right? There's no such thing. All those people projecting their own shit onto me, that's a cry for help, right? Because they are not happy with themselves and don't see the greatness that they can be. Everybody has the ability to be a better human, but the choice is yours. You learn from what, and sometimes, like Rachel, I was arguing with him the other day. I have the video, I haven't posted it yet. Where I'm arguing with him. I'm arguing with a dementia man, right? I know it's not about being right and wrong at that moment. I know it's not gonna work, right? I did too. Fucking freak. Just tell me that. Say that one more time. I was arguing and I'm laughing at myself after the fact. You know, sometimes we say things. Don't you remember? We just talked about this 2 seconds ago, right? Of course he doesn't remember. We know that, but I'm not perfect. I'm gonna say things like that because I'm human and I'm operating at 5,002 beyond my limit, right? That's it. Well, I just told you, keep it on. Well, I can't turn it off. I know because I told you it's supposed to be on. Well, I don't know anything about it. I know because it's supposed to be on. That was me. No, I know it's ridiculous, but at that moment, I was cranky. And he's not gonna remember, right? And I'm highly trained, right? Not to, it doesn't matter. Well, self-reflection is the key. Most people don't self-reflect, and that's the problem. At least I can admit my shit. In that moment, I don't need a fucking idiot on the internet to tell me. I don't even know why you're doing it like that. Why did you say those words? Because I'm human. They come out, right? When you've gone over that loop 50,000 times. It's not, I know, but it's just what is said. They mean nothing. It's just frustration, right? That's it. Shit. That makes me a bitch? Okay, well then I guess I'm a bitch. Any plans, Darren? No. Kinda. The kids are coming over tomorrow. The Nuggy Nugs. Jennifer's taking Delaney to spend the night. Delaney calls it at her hotel, which is her apartment. And, you know, I bought a new pool float. So I'm hoping to sit my ass in my pool float. Amazon came. Trying to put my house back together. They should be finishing up painting today. So get everything back up on the walls. Yard work, normal. Got to keep up on that. That's it. That's it. That's my weekend. Wine and more wine. Mirror. Hey, but I have pretty good range right now. You need to drop off. Yeah. So normal day, normal weekend. No, the car key thing is not. That's our sign of independence, right? So Dan takes the time every day. It's a certain time every day he starts. Like this morning he woke up. Well, where's Bill? Fuck. What? Where the fuck is Bill in the morning? How does that work? That's not supposed to happen till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, etc., etc. Right? Where's Bill? Canada. What's he doing? Sleeping. Hasn't woken up in a very long time. Oh, all right. What's he doing in Canada? 6 feet under. What? Already? 7:45 in the morning? Fuck. Then Dan comes out. Where's Bill? Dan's like, what? Now? Don't worry about Bill. Mine wants to get married to his girlfriend. That's funny. It is frustrating, Crystal. I'm frustrated every day, right? I'm frustrated every day. There's not a day that I'm not. So for me, it could have been a Bill. The questions and the monotony, it's the monotony, you guys. It's monotonous, day in, day out, 24/7. I spent half of your day cock walking. Shit. Yes. It's monotonous, right? I'm not ready at 7:45 a.m. to talk about Bill, right? So I'll mutter things that he can't hear. Like this morning, I was like, what? He's 6 feet under. One of my Zoomies was like, he's sleeping. You know, he can't hear that, but you do the little things that just break up. You gotta laugh or you cry. Being frustrated. If I could get through a day without being frustrated, ed or no ed, the frustration's still there. I get frustrated with my animals. Coda doesn't leave my side. I trip over 50,000 times a day. Donnie wants a treat. He kills me coming down the stairs. I'm waiting to fall, right? I'm waiting to fall. I get frustrated with that. I get frustrated at the overflowing garbage and nobody seeing that it needs to get taken out. I get frustrated with, the messes in the kitchen, knowing that they could very well rinse out and put in the dishwasher, right? It's not just Ed. It's not just Ed. What the fuck was Tamala talking about? Kim Varney, is that you? I'm just kidding. Hi, Arnold. You have to have a sense of humor because it's no easy task. And I got triggered this morning with Bill. What? Already? No. Where are your keys? They're dead with your car that was taken to car heaven 5 years ago, buddy. 5 years ago. Your brain just doesn't work right anymore. Sometimes I have to do that. And I do. I put my southern drawl on and talk to him that way because I'm tired. I don't want to answer any more questions about his fucking keys. And then Dan shows him, oh, Dad, your keys are right here. But, 2 seconds later, he doesn't. When I tell him definitive, most of the time, it works better than, oh, they're hanging up. See? It says Ed. No. Bye, CNH. Love ya. So, no, it's not easy. Again, I admit all my faults. I admit all my wrongs. I know when I say, do you remember? Of course he doesn't remember. But those sometimes help you get through the moment. I would. Unless it's not a risk, Tammy, at, him driving it. Or we sold it because we were having issues, right, with him seeing it and wanting to drive it. People go crazy. It's crazy. You can go crazy. It's like chasing your tail all day long, running in circles, right? Oh, good. It's going to be cooler for us here, Darren, on a Saturday. Somebody asked me why I'm so angry. Linda, why are you angry? Because obviously it's you, not me. This isn't angry. And if you're projecting your shit onto me, you should really do some self-reflection. Yeah, they're very possessive over the things, right? Orlando, every day's different. Today, I'm almost at 3 miles. I'm gonna run to 3, walk, and then run a little bit. People accuse me of being angry. They haven't seen, nobody has seen but my family, true angry Danielle. When I'm angry, I don't show it. The most I show is frustration, which is truth, right? It's normal to show frustration. But Nobody sees angry Danielle. Typically when Danielle's angry, she's screaming, she's yelling at people, she's silent, and then she cries. And sometimes she's crying while screaming and angry, right? That's angry. Talking, being realistic to some, God, you guys take it so personal. Why do you take it so personal? I'm showing my normal life. I don't show those moments. Does he do better when you talk about his youth? No, he doesn't remember. I have emotions. I know. It's weird. But I'm labeled a bitch, you know? I'm labeled a bitch because I'm strong, I get my shit done, and my house works as much as I can like a well-oiled machine. Brought to you by the mechanic, the captain, the engineer, the housemaid, and all the other shit that it takes to run. Bye, Slicky. Love you, girl. I think it is painful to care for a loved one unless you disassociate. Nobody can disassociate. How do you disassociate? It's impossible. That's why we have to have fun with it. Memory care. Memory care. One fine day you'll be going to memory care. Yes, I make up songs. Sometimes it's so hard to get through that moment. It's so hard, right? I am a sensitive Nelly. I spend sometimes crying. I spend many days sad. I spend many days tired and exhausted. And that is the truth of any hard-working woman, right? Caregiving or not. Because we are caregiving somebody in our household, whether it's somebody sick, whether it's a child, a fucking husband like mine, animals. It is nonstop. It is. Julia, sometimes I do. I think I'm like, am I being pranked? You know? These years I'm supposed to be enjoying without the kids. They're still draining my bank account, right? But they're not here in my house. I should be able to sit naked on my couch, spread eagle, eating popcorn. We can't really spread eagle naked on the couch because there might be a kitty cat or a dog coming up in between the legs. So you got to be very careful with the nakedness. But this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, right? This is not. Dr. He would get aggravated. No, Ed's really easy. I mean, compared to most, and I'm being honest, he goes to the doctor's office and he's the most reserved person. It's almost like he's intimidated being in there. I think he gets scared and he shuts down and he just goes with the flow. Ed loves to get out of the house, right? Ed loves getting out of the house. So going for a ride, you tell him he's going to the doctor, he doesn't remember. It is what it is. I know, we're dead. We get exhausted, right? Yeah, there are a few moments, right, where you just can't. A few moments where you're fighting and you're bickering with one another. But it doesn't happen a lot. You know, typically, if he's snarky, right? Hi, Mom Tracy. If he's snarky, he triggers me because that has to do with the past, right? Just like Dan. Hi, Annette. Just like Dan is his son, right? And Ed, the parent. There's a lot of that familial reactionary stuff, right? I'm the same way. I'm not blood, but I've been with him long enough to be, right? I've lived with him for 45 years, minus the time out of the house for college and shit like that. But I had a longer time living with him than Dan did. So he's going to trigger me, just like Dan triggered me yesterday with the dogs, right? Triggered me. And I got critiqued for being triggered and calling my husband an idiot, which is normal for our dynamic, right? It may not be to others, but of course some of that is exacerbated, exuberated, It's one of those words to make it more humorous because I want to kill him in that moment, right? Again, it's trying to get through the moments that you want to kill. End somebody's life. Exaggerated, yeah. Thank you. One of those words. She doesn't care, yeah. And that's sometimes words are hard. It's exaggerated and exasperated at the moment, yes. I'm fucking exasperated that he can make the same mistake back to back to back to back, right? So Ed triggers me. He triggers me, especially when he's a fucking stubborn ass, right? He pisses me off. And depending on my mood, I could be like, okay, buddy, you know, I can have fun with it, right? I love the flirting though. I love that flirting, Stephen. You know, sometimes I can handle it because I'm not so overworked or stressed. And other days I'm like, what'd you say to me, bruh? What did you say? Do you want to say that to my face? Right here in my eyes? Look me in the eyes and tell me that, bruh. Let's not forget whose house you're in. Do you remember? That's right. Mine. All mine. I'm allowing you to be here, sir. Me. So let's remember the rules right here. Again, wow. Wow, Melanie. Wow. See all the people around you laughing? They get it. They know. It's not a wow. It's a girl. I feel your pain. Right. Hi, B. So people, you know, it's like getting frustrated with my parent. Right? Melanie has been wowed. Wow. Everybody wow Melanie back. You mean you talk like that to Ed? Sometimes I can. Yeah. I also call my husband an idiot probably 5 times a day because he is. Wow. Shitballs. You mean I'm human and I have emotions and I get frustrated? Yes. And you know, sometimes when I say that shit, Ed laughs, right? It's our dynamic. Now, Chris and Mary, that wouldn't work for them. But my dynamic with Ed is that way. Sometimes I get in his face and I'm frustrated because he triggered the fuck out of me and I'm already irritated. Wow. And then I say, my house, my rules. And he looks at me and he giggles and he says, all right, you win. There you have it. And then I can't help but to chuckle, right? Because it helps in the moment. I call him bruh sometimes. Bruh, don't you start with me. What? Don't you start with me. He doesn't understand bruh, right? What? Don't you start with me. I'm not starting anything. You are. Wow. Wow. You mean you're a normal family that bickers? Wow. Shit. Who knew it? Shame on me for being normal, for having fucking emotions, for being the badass bitch that I am and coping every fucking day with dealing with the same shit. Wow. Wow. You know, Tammy, people don't realize he can't hear. That's the most frustrating. Why are you yelling? What the? Huh? Who? What? When? Did you not hear him say what 5 fucking times? And my decibels going up each time? Why am I yelling? The fuck? No, you can't feel guilty, Crystal. Because the best you can is the best you can. And let's be real. In their right mind, they would appreciate every motherfucking thing. Even when we're frustrated. We are keeping them where they want to be. We are doing the best we can. I don't think they would hold it against us. Yeah. Miracle here. I said something the other day. I said something, what did I say to him the other day? I don't know, but I was so frustrated. I said, yeah, and then there's those moments it backfires, you know, and when I'm like, for the love of Pete, I don't want to talk anymore, you know, because he asks, yeah, it's very normal. And he's like, I know I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm just trying to get it all straight, you know, and then you feel bad. I'm like, I know, but you just can't get it all straight because your brain doesn't work like it used to. He's all, that might be right. So you do. There's those moments where it backfires and then you feel guilty, right? But then I move along. I don't harbor that guilt because it's not healthy. Because I know at the end of the day, Ed would be so fucking amazed, right? He'd be so fucking amazed that I'm allowing him, and I'm using the words allow because he would use that for him to be here. He thanks me every day, right? He is so grateful he is here and that I have allowed it to happen because it wasn't allowed, right? Now, right, even as frustrating as it is, I wouldn't have it any other way. But there's more than 3 times a day I think, shit, what am I doing? Why? This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be able to just frolic around and have no fucking schedules. You know, Dan says, well, what do you want to do this weekend? The fuck? What do you want to do this weekend? It's a holiday weekend. Do you, what? Freedom? Do we not? What? You know, that drives me nuts. Anyhow, why don't I'm not going to go into the whole shit about why don't other people step up. People who step up, end of story. People who want to step up, end of story. End of story. Why do people have such a hard time understanding that? So, sorry, I took my dad. It's a lot. It's a lot. And kudos to everybody doing the same fucking shit. Kudos multiple times, 5,000 times over the people who have no help, right? Who have no help. I was a manager. Big surprise. But it's sacrifice. It is. And then people will be like, oh my God, did you hear Danielle? During her live, 47 minutes, 0.57 seconds, she said, it's a sacrifice. Yeah. It's a fucking sacrifice. I am sacrificing my freedom to help take care of his dad, right? It's a sacrifice. I am giving up, I don't know how much time left I have on this world, right? I don't know once he passes if I'm going to be well enough to travel. I'm sacrificing my present day, my traveling abilities, everything to take care and have no freedom. Yes, he's not my dad too, Zach. He's not my dad. My dad, his name is Pierre Allen Behar, and he unalived himself. That was my dad. Yes, and even nurses get frustrated, I am sure. Right? Yes, Zach, but that doesn't make you a father. He wasn't a father to me. Are you trying to be passive aggressive? Because I don't like passive aggressive people. Yes, he was my stepdad. Oh, what does that mean? Did he do anything for me? He put a roof over my head. He helped my mom. Yes, absolutely. But we didn't have a relationship. We barely talked to each other in that house. No, you're being passive aggressive, Zach. You're stating facts, but you're being ugly about it. There's a difference. Remember, self-reflection is key, right? Yeah, he's my stepfather. What does that mean to you? Were you there? Have you not heard my stories? Have you not heard that he wasn't my dad? He was a man that married my mom. Plain and simple. Don't be an asshat And don't think you know more than I know, because you have no clue what my life was like. That's called passive aggressiveness. You know, when people say, but he's your dad. No. My dad was Pierre Allen Behar, who unalived himself and lived 2 years following that because the bullet never left his brain. You know what I mean? Middle-aged women with daddy problems. Oh no, I don't have daddy problems. I don't have daddy problems. Again, projecting on myself. Happy Friday. So, anywho, I've come a long way, and Ed would be very thankful and is very thankful for what I do today. So, yes, I'm sacrificing. I'm sacrificing. End of story. And I started doing it. I started doing it for Dan, right? For Dan, because he was my husband. I'm supposed to support him and blah, blah, yada, yada, you do. And now I'm busting my ass for him and for Ed and for everybody else that I take care of. Yeah, I'm very honest, and I'm very reflective about the things that I've accomplished. And I'm very happy with being able to do it, right? I'm very happy I can do it, but that doesn't mean that there are moments throughout the day that I don't sit there and say, what the fuck? I don't want to do this, right? I don't want to do this. It's rewarding. Drea, I mean, you know, when you look at the big picture, right? It's rewarding. Ed gave us this wonderful outlet, right? He was responsible. I sound selfish? Oh, because you said so, I must be. So he's given, actually Dan did, but people fell in love with him, right? Which grew and helped grow and both of our channels. You know, Dan and I have two different methods, right? Of teaching and of our journey, right? And so I think that, you know, what I'm doing is fucking amazing. And I'm just trying to normalize for the caregivers out there. I was so afraid to do it at fucking first, right? That I was afraid to speak my mind. I was afraid to tell people how it really felt because I thought, oh my God, they're gonna judge me if I say anything. Why? It's how I feel. And other people are feeling the same way. They must be if I'm feeling with it. So why am I not showing these things as my truths to the people who feel guilty about thinking that way? If you look at this, I'm thankful for Ed in so many ways, right? And mostly for this. Mostly for this. He gave me an outlet to be able to express myself. He allowed me to be able to do what I wanted to do and what I've been meant to do, is talk to people, make them laugh. Who knew, you know? He has given me more, and to Dan, more in these last couple years than he's ever given anybody his whole life. He's given back to me now. He didn't do that for me before. And I didn't allow him to, but he didn't, because he didn't know how to. He is happy to give back in those ways. Because if you know anything about Ed, he knows that his family, including me, is one of the most important things there is. And if he can help them make money, if he can help them be happy, if he can help them find a purpose, that makes him happy. He's happy. How do you guys, the trolls in the back, when I say you guys, it's operative. Like, I'm not talking to people who see it, but the people who are in the back, the people who are being ugly commenting, how do you not see that? Are you devoid from finding and seeing the happiness that exudes behind his eyes every time we communicate? How do you ignore the fact that he remembers my name out of everybody in his family? Why? Ask yourself that. Why do you think he remembers my name? Because I'm such a bitch? because I scare him, because I mistreat him, because sometimes I show frustration towards him. Sometimes I yell at him. You should have heard my yelling back in the day. Do you ever see that? Do you see the smile he gives me? The thank you, Danielle? Oh, he must be doing that because he's scared of me. That's probably why. Come on. See the shit I post and don't focus on me and what I'm doing wrong, because I do something wrong all day fucking long. And I sit here and tell you guys that every day. I'm beyond perfect. I am one female of many flaws, many faults. I say the wrong thing all day long. Sometimes I have an attitude. Fuck yeah, I do. Because I bust my ass for the people I love. I bust my ass. I may show it differently, but I bust my motherfucking ass for my family every day. And I love talking to you guys. Yes, it gives me an outlet. It gives me the ability to hopefully help other people going through the same shit. Caregiving, husbands, drama, kids, menopause. All the shit that most of us are dealing with. I want to talk about it. I want you guys to know it's okay to talk about it. Why are we hiding our truth? Why are we so afraid to express how we feel? Why? Why? It's okay. It's okay for me to say I'm frustrated. It's okay for me to say that I'm sacrificing. Right? Look at the fucking big picture of what I do every day. Open your eyes. Stop judging me. I use wrong words all the time. I say, Ed, don't you remember? Almost 3 times a day. I just told you that, Ed. Yeah. No shit. And he's gonna forget about 2 seconds later, once again. It's how we were raised. It's, the frustration of not being perfect. People get on me about saying Dan and I, me and Dan. It's Dan and I. Bitches, look at the fucking video. Did he understand Dan and I? No. Every time I say me and Dan, he gets it. He's not a fucking English teacher like some of you must be. I ain't worried about my fucking grammar. I'm worried about getting across to Ed what he needs to hear. Will someone sacrifice for me? Who knows? But I'm not doing this, right? I'm not doing this for any sort of penance or expectation that somebody's going to sacrifice for me one day. That's up to them. I'm not doing it because I have no expectations. I don't expect my kids to do it. I don't. Put me in a fucking home. I don't want my kids to sacrifice if they don't have the ability to sacrifice because they feel obligated to take me. Fuck that shit. I don't want that. You'll be my caretaker. Oh, that scares me. I don't want that shit. And I've told them I don't want them to do it. Just find me a good home and just visit me and to make sure I'm not being SA or anything else. That I'm being well taken care of. Because it is a sacrifice, people. And I care for my children. Now, I'm sure some of you are going to hate that I say that. But that's my fact. It's my feelings. I own them. And they're valid to me. Trim the carpet. Now, Dan's a completely other story. I'm going to bury his ass in the back 40. He ain't going to live long with Alzheimer's. What is Gabby? Somebody bitching about me and what I said? Fuck. I knew that was gonna happen. Anyhow. It's my kid. This kid of mine. Hold on. You are going to have to wait. I am on a live. Love you. Need a kid in San Diego. Need a kid. Yeah. I'm always putting out fires, you know. Not everybody could be a good caretaker. And then you have comments like that. Yeah, not everybody can be a good caretaker, even if their heart is in the right place. She said tight, but I think she meant right. Oh, Julia. Oh, Julia. Oh, Julia. How single-minded you are being. Julia must be the perfect caregiver because her heart obviously is in the right place or the wrong place. Julia, did you really write that? Girl, please. Did you see that? This is on YouTube. Y'all on YouTube, did she really write that? Am I misreading what she just wrote? Julia, are you still here? Girl, please. Because I need to make, oh, okay. I was like, girl, don't scare me. What? You took away my words. Bye, Marianne. You took away my words. You know, I still don't agree with that. I still don't necessarily agree with that comment. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Oh yeah. And the expecting, I don't expect, and not just the fact that they wouldn't be good caretakers. You know, they would probably be just as good as I am. Honestly, you know, and who fucking cares if they want to take their time? They want to bring me in the house, you know, and it's not going to be easy. I know they're going to get frustrated with me. I know what's going to happen, right? But I'd be very thankful. But I don't want them to do it, right? But I think that people, and you're right? I think sometimes people bite off more than they can chew. Like if Ed was aggressive and violent, he wouldn't be here. I could not deal with that. That would be a hell no, right? It's already a sacrifice caring for somebody, let alone to have to deal with that type of, those outbursts. I couldn't do it. I mean, I would kill him. Especially with my trauma, my PTSD with him, right? I just wouldn't work for me. But I know my limits. Like, right? I know my limits. Now, I think caregivers do it out of love, right? And even if they have a good heart, they do it because they have a good heart. And I don't begrudge any caregiver. Now, if you're being totally malicious and you're using that person to make money and to be selfish, yes, not okay, right? Not okay to take their money or whatever the case may be, and you're neglecting them, 100%. Your heart's not in the right place. But I believe, Julia, that the people who have a heart, the people who do it because they have a heart, are doing the best they can. It's the others that do it for selfish needs. Yeah, I couldn't do it, Cindy. I could not do the violent thing. I'm finally, after about, I'm going to tell you, after about 8 months of full time, I'm finally adjusting, right, to this is my life. This is my life. You know, it's not changing. I don't get any days off. I may get an hour or two off when Mark comes over and sits with Grandpa, but I don't get any time off. My life doesn't stop unless I go to Mexico or somewhere else for a period of days, and half of my life stops. So I know And I have sacrificed for him and for my husband. Doesn't mean I'll regret it or I regret it. Absolutely not. Don't put words into my mouth. It just means it's tough, right? I never thought at 50, nor does my family, my mom's side of the family, it's like we would never thought. No way, right? But I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I have a platform that helps me do it, right? I have a platform that helps me do it and helps me cope. I don't know where I would be without my platform. It helped me. It helped me. So thank TikTok and all the pain in the assness that goes on with that, and YouTube for helping me be able to do the things that I normally wouldn't have probably done or been this further along in my growth than I am now. Simple. It helped me. It helps me every day, holds me accountable. Now, I fall on my face. I'm not perfect, nor will I ever claim to be. I make mistakes all the time. I've also been able to self-reflect and notice and pay attention to the things that I talk about. Ed appreciates us. And you know, Susan, the difference between me and Ed and most people are that Ed expected his kids to take care of him. Ed expected his kids to take care of him. It wasn't a thought in his mind. Now, what's interesting is both of his parents were in a facility, right, at the time until they died, because people couldn't do it. But he did expect this. So, and it's happened, luckily, for him. But yeah, it has its perks. It's always a two-sided coin, right? Bike walks, my donation pickup. I donate probably, it's so much shit to donate. I still have more. I need to purge my house more. I always do to the disabled veterans, and I give to them, so they're here picking up if you hear anything. I don't expect it. And it's okay. Some of us just do that, you know? Some of us have a different thought process, like, everything I did for my kids, they better fucking take care of my old ass. I just don't believe it. I just don't, that's not my train of thought. He doesn't live with Mark, no. 8 months, golf dude. 8 months he's been here full time. Menopause sucks, Sandy. Menopause sucks. There's no pleasantries associated with menopause other than fuck. Yeah, I said that too, Rachel, because, you know, I think the truth behind the hardness and the sacrifices and, you know, the frustrations, and does it put a lot of extra frustration on me? Yes, right? It probably adds to my day, 100%. And I just want more for my kids. Not saying I don't get enough, but if they can't have somebody help them with me, right? If they're not going to hire an outside help, and all those things, then I don't want them to do it because it's just a lot. And I don't want to add to their stresses, you know? Even though they give me stress every day of the week, I don't want to add to that. Jennifer would scare me. Like, I don't know. I think Andrew and Hannah in different ways would be probably really good caregivers, but I don't want to do that to them. You know, if they're wealthy and they can afford to hire somebody in there, fine. But I'd be eating hot dogs every day. What's wrong with a hot dog? Rachel, if I don't know what I'm eating and not worried about my body anymore, give me all this shit that I've restricted myself from eating. So, hi Marty, how are you? How you feeling? Jennifer will take care of my legal stuff. Yeah. Danielle says, remember Ed from knowing if he's hungry or not. Yes. That communication from the brain to the stomach is not there. So like he'll say I'm hungry, right? And I know he's just eaten. I know he's not hungry, right? So when you see videos of me saying you're not hungry, you need to wait, it's because he's just had a snack, right? And his internal clock is off. So like daylight savings, that fucks them up.
So I always say that. And that's because I'm telling him, whatever. So like he eats lunch. So yesterday, he ate lunch. 5 minutes after he ate lunch, I gave him a shower. So it was about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from eating, maybe 30, 35 minutes from eating lunch. And I walk him out to the kitchen after dressing him and getting him ready. And he said, I haven't eaten lunch today. I need to eat lunch. You already ate. You're not hungry. Why do I feel hungry then? Because it's just your brain doesn't work like it used to. Hey, Lair. So, no. And some of you, Einstein, say, well, just feed him. Why would I feed him when I know he's not going to eat it and it's going to go to waste? He's not hungry, people, right? I know what he's eating. He's not hungry 35 minutes later. So when I'm restricting him from food like you think I am, it's because he's just had something to eat. And he can wait 10 more minutes before dinner time. The shit people are having of me saying you can wait 10 more minutes is ridiculous. Because 30 minutes earlier, he had a fucking a hamburger. Yeah. It's okay. He can make it. Yeah, and he eats, right? And people are like, well, bye, Rowdy. If he's hungry, he's not fucking hungry. The connectors don't work. There's a misfire there. He doesn't understand, right? Thank you about my eyebrows. I do really like him. Why doesn't Mark take him anymore? Because he doesn't. That's why. Because he doesn't. Because we do it. So if you continue to feed him. Yeah, and there is a sign of abuse with overfeeding, right? Because it's only setting him up for failure. It's not good. Anyhow, yeah, he's not hungry. Like 6 months ago, we could say, do you feel hungry? And he would feel his stomach. He's like, no, not really, right? That was at the phases of it going, and now it's just completely gone. I'm on stage 4 bone print, and it was tough. I was the only one in the family who could handle it. I think it was because I was tough like you. David, I'm tough, but I'm not. And I'm sure there were many times you spent crying. It's a tough thing to witness. I was there daily when I knew it was close for my mom to visit and to, spend time with her as much as I could. Andrew was under 2, the kids were in school, Dan was working full time. And it was really difficult for me and they lived 40 minutes away. So it was really hard for me to be there a lot because my life just at that point didn't allow it. But I got there every day until, she died. And needless to say, I was tough as fucking balls. I was tough as balls when I walked in that house. I dealt with it. Sometimes Dad said, do you want to shower her for me? Can you cut her hair? In the process as she was losing her hair, stuff like that. And, but the minute I walked out that door, I know. It's lotion. I needed a new pool floaty and something for upstairs shower. And let me turn the Bluetooth off.
Are you on?
No, I'm not on both.
You're not on
Yes,
both?
I'm on both. I
Where's
just
the
have
other
to turn the Bluetooth off because you're going to start the car.
Oh.
And the minute I walked out the door,
Is there anybody on here?
My tears were just dropping. And there were times that I had to pull over on the side of the road because I couldn't see. So, I'm tough to
How do you get so many people on here?
I'm tough to an extent,
What are you doing out
I
here?
can tell you that my emotions were just all over the place, and it ruined my day, because my mom was dying, and it was right there for me. I could see her death. I could see her dying. Every day, her body was just eating itself, and it's hard.
Right back.
It's hard. It breaks you. It breaks you. So, we endure a lot because we have to. I wanted to put on that brave face, just like you did, David, for your mom or dad, sorry. But it's not easy. I'm tough, but I'm fucking softy. I'll cry at the drop of a hat, you know? Um, damn, I know. And then I just hate, like, again,
It was an automatic thing. You know, automatic brake. That's what you're looking at.
I mean, that new $50 sprinkler's right there. That's labor and that's,
Brake kicked in.
I do. I save the tears. Sorry, my husband. So I put, because I've replaced this sprinkler, I can't tell you how many times, because of my husband and Mark. Mark and my husband, always running over sprinklers. So I put I put a tomato wire thing on it. And so that obviously, because it was a scratch, the automatic brakes went on because it detected something in the back of it. And thank God, or that sprinkler would have been just another, yeah. Yeah, Jill, I wish I can say it gets better. I'm caring for two small children. It's not seeming, it is truth. Yeah, no, hi, Beams. But yeah, no, I'm tough, but I'm also a softie. There's times that when we talk about, the true emotions, you know, and we get really deep on here, I'll sit here for a minute after I end the live, you know, and I'll just gather my thoughts and try to get my mood back to where it should be. It's hard. No, he almost did. He almost ran over my sprinkler that was just replaced. So yeah, it was about a $55 replacement, including the parts, right? So, in labor. Yeah, he almost took it out again. I have rocks around it. I have a tomato wire around it. Hi, good morning. Dan will pay for it. I do it, Shauna. And truthfully, I go back and forth, right? I'll do it, and then there's times that I'm just like, fuck it, I can't do it. I'm tired of it. So I replace them, and then there's times that I'm just like, no, you're out here fixing a valve or whatever. Can you fix that? Yeah. I just can't. Dan will pay for it. It doesn't change the fact that he's oblivious and he's a fucking idiot, right? And I replaced them too. Like, if he hit that again, I probably would have replaced it myself because I wouldn't have wanted to pay for the guy to come out for one sprinkler. It's not worth it. So I would have fixed it. And my money would also pay for it because I almost made just as much as Dan this month. So, almost. He has more followers. So, I'm catching up to him in the ranks, right? As far as being self-sufficient on my own. So I contribute to the house. I contribute to the kids. I contribute to my own self. It's not just Dan supporting the family. So there you have it. And thank you to all the followers and the watchers and the trolls for helping with that. So there you have it. Yes, I too am contributing to my family. Hi, Screech. Yeah, I feel pretty badass about that. I feel pretty badass. Now, with social media, just really, yeah, he didn't, Julia. Now, as far as social media goes, right, like it's views, right? You get paid because, we don't pimp ourselves out. We're not pimping ourselves out for the TikTok shop and making, we could probably make with our following together at least $10,000 a month, right? If we pimped ourselves out to the TikTok shop. $10,000 a month, at least, with both of us doing it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to support things I don't like. Number two, so you get paid based on your views and stuff like that, and, you know, subscriptions. And of course, the more people you have following you, the greater views and the more looks and clicks and all that stuff. Yeah, this month, I've made the most this month than I have in a long time. Now, it's going to be cyclical. It's never going to, you know, be the same or consistent. It goes up and down all the time. But I'm proud of myself, you know? Hot Grammy. Well, thanks for putting us on. I'm proud of myself. Like, you know, I was like, holy shit. It's my first high month, you know, really high month. For me, anyway. And I thought, God, we should go to the casino again. And no. But I feel so badass about that. So, you know, it's really cool that I'm also contributing and making up for when Dan doesn't have a great month, right? I'm there to fill in the extra importance. So I'm really proud. I'm really proud. I'm proud of myself for being able to do that. You know, and every month it changes, but I stay within a range, and I was on the high range for the first time. And I was like, that's really bad. It's really rad. It's really cool. So you know, I contribute. I contribute just as much as Dan does. So I'm very proud. So thank you for everybody. Now, people are going to say it's because, you know, whatever. My subscriptions don't pay that much. Do the math. They take a percentage. You know, the $5 gets taken 40%. I make $2 off of it if I have 300 people. It's not a lot of money. It's the views. It's the views. So thank you for watching, and thank you for helping. And I think it's really cool. Now, what I do with my money and what we do with my money, I owe nobody any explanation for. So don't ask stupid questions. Somebody said, well, I hope you, for the most part, they were being passive aggressive and said, well, so does that mean you're supporting Grandpa full time with your money that you're making? What a shitty thing to ask, number one. It felt rad, right, Rachel? It's pretty cool. And hopefully I can match him at some point. That would be even radder. People, it's no business what I do with my money. It's no business what we do with Grandpa's money to you. It's no business. If I want to take all my money and go to the casino, and if I don't choose to support Grandpa, right, with the money or whoever, it's none of your business what I do with it. And did your mama not teach you any manners? And if you have to ask that question, you are an idiot, right? Right? Do I charge Grandpa for eating? Do I make him buy his own food? Do I make him pay for my electric bill? Do I make him pay for my... I don't have any gas. All electric. Do I make him pay for my water usage? Well, I'm on a well. Do I make him pay when he breaks something? Do I make him pay for the shoes I buy him? Do I make him pay for the detergent I use to wash his clothes? What? Y'all be real. Oh, what's Angie Sharp saying? Shit, did I miss that one? Then quit putting your business out there. Angie, we discussed this shit already. Angie, you're going to make my Miss Rona come out, girl. No, stop validating your ugliness. Stop validating your issues onto other people, honey. Take a look in the mirror. It doesn't give you a right because you choose to watch somebody you don't like to be an asshat. You know what I mean? Come on, girl. Use your noggin. If you know anything about social media, Sweet Pea, you know that people put their shit out there. But it gives nobody the right, honey, to tell how you feel, what your judgments are, what your assessments are, and your bullying and harassment tendencies. That doesn't validate it. It's easy to scroll. It's easy to be kind. It's free, honey. It's free. God, it just pisses me off, you know? Well, you put it out there, and you gotta expect the shit. You gotta expect it. You gotta expect it. Yeah, I expect the idiots to open their mouths. Of course, I know the idiots are always going to be the jabberjaws of them all. But one day you're gonna see that it's the idiot. You guys are the idiots. Well, you just don't put your stuff up there. Well, just don't fucking watch. Very easy. It's very simple. I have opinions about a lot of people on social media, but I sure as hell don't sit there and give them my thoughts, because number one, it's not nice. Number two, I don't know what they're really going through. Number three, I'm kind and I keep it to myself. There you have it. Grandpa's not aggressive. Happy holiday weekend. I'm over the top. Yep, and I love every minute of it. So we put that American flag up. Oh yes, I need to. That's right. Normally I see my neighbors and I put it up. But don't tell me what to do. It will be up outside because it's the weekend to put it up. 4th of July as well. So thank you for the reminder. But don't be so negative about it. You know, I hate that. When people come on and tell a grown-ass fucking woman what to do and how to act. Fuck. But thanks for the reminder, but nicely next time, not an asshat way. No invite to the casino. No, because when I go to the casino, it's typically on a whim and a prayer by myself. Thanks, Lisa. And that's the thing. I did sleep the last 2 nights. Dan, did you not see my shit? Because that's where I store it. I don't put it out all year long. I put it out 4th of July and Memorial Day weekend. Dustin. So. Anyhow, I appreciate it. Thanks, Eldon. I'll give you a compliment because I love you guys to death. I'm kind of afraid, though. I'm not that scary. If you're just an idiot or mean, I'm going to be scary back. But I'm not. Just remember, you guys, do not subscribe to YouTube. No, hold on. Do not subscribe to TikTok anymore. I don't want to give them any more money, my money, because I'm not giving them or making them enough, so they mistreat me. So put the money and make me more. Just kidding. YouTube subscription on YouTube only. I need to. Why am I different? How come you act so different when you're alone with your husband and different? Well, because why am I quiet? Well, this is real. Do you notice anything different here? You're right, Sades. Dan's not here. I love my Apple Ultra. Dan's not here, and it's my show, right? So I can be me, and I can do my own thing, because there's nobody talking over me and nobody being boring and not as fun as me. When I'm with Dan, he has a different audience than I have. And so I try to be as respectful as possible, but it doesn't work all the time because people are idiots. And there's 2 of us, right? And so it's just really difficult to get a word in edgewise. So I like to be by myself because I'm not restricted, nor am I obligated to sit there and just be here, you know? And I can be my silly self. Dan doesn't always agree with my humor, but I don't give 2 fucks. So I like to be able to be myself. I am Megan. I am fun to be with. Why do people come on and say block me? Are you that stupid you can't figure it out yourself? Better days are always coming. We should be, actually, I bet you were fine in your heyday. Honey, I'm in my heyday now. I'm finer now at 50 than I was when I was younger. Oh, shit. Oh, thanks, Ellie. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Yeah, and so is this A. That ship has sailed a long time ago. Let's do a compare and contrast, A. What do you think? Let's put your face. You want to come in a box? You want to come in a box, and let's have a judge of facial beauty. You want to come up here? You got enough people to make a box? Because you can come in my box. You want to come in my box? Let's see what you look like. Come on. Come on, request a box. Oh, you can't. Interesting how they want to be all suave in their thing. That shit has come in a long time ago, sailed a long time ago. Well, let's see what you look like and let's compare. Do you want to compare stomachs? Because I still bet my shit don't stink, right? Oh, I knew somebody was going to say that. They can't handle my box. That's right. Because these people who critique me on my look, I can guarantee you I'll blow your motherfucking asses away, especially if you're younger than me. Because beauty comes from within. It's not just external. Beauty fades, but what really is beautiful does not. There you have it. It's what people don't realize, you know? It's like, I don't know, the washing machine. This pissed me off because I love this shit. And that's what really like pisses me off. Beauty fades, right? Beauty fades. What makes a person beautiful is what is inside, right? You can have the fucking prettiest person, handsomest person on the planet, and they are ugly fucking people. They ain't pretty. It's what you give. It's the kindness you have, the love you have that makes you pretty. Yeah, I have wrinkles, right? My skin's sagging, right? My tits aren't as perky as they used to be. My cheeks are falling down. My teeth are breaking, right? My ears are growing, my nose is growing, because those things don't stop growing. My legs are shaky. I have more cellulite in them than I used to have because that's what happens when you're dying inside. Menopause. But that, my friends, is an ugly way to judge somebody, is by what they look like externally. I look for the inside. And you can be the most average person on the planet outside, but your beauty within makes you the most beautiful. Yeah, fuck this shit. I mean, this changes. Look, I mean, this has changed. This is not, for me, this is not right. What is this? Look at this. This is why my pants don't fit anymore. This is age. This is menopause. This is my body changing, right? Hello. What's that? Who's that? You were never here this way. You got shakes, you got shimmies. Everything is moving. This is the menopausal aging mechanism engaged, right? This is it. Do you see? I got some muscle underneath that. Cortisol and fat and menopause changes. This is the truth. This is what happens. I never had this. I never had this. This is from the last year of changes. Check this shit out. Where does that come from? Why is it there? What the hell is this? Changes. in my body because I'm getting older. My body's going through shit. My arms aren't as, look at that shit. It waggles, it wiggles, arm fat. Everybody's got it. And when you age, it gets worse. The fuck? Age. Menopause. Yeah. My thighs are spreading, my ass is spreading. My stomach has spread. It's got a fucking tire around it. My pants stop right here. Ooh. Ooh. It changes. It changes. It sucks to embrace the things we never used to have, right? But we have it now. My face is only going to get more wrinkly. I'm going to get more gray. I'm going to lose more hair, right? I'm going to get more crowns because my teeth are cracking. My jowls are going to hang more. That's facts. That's the ugly truth. Now, I could probably stop eating the chips, and that could help a little bit. But I'm alive, you know. I'm alive, and I really want to enjoy and within reason. You know, if I can maintain this new me and not change anymore, so be it. This is me. This is me. But I'm not going to stop eating chips because they're life. They make me happy. I'm not going to stop drinking my sugar wine because it makes me happy. And if my body just doesn't like all that stuff anymore, I ain't changing my ways because I don't need a six-pack anymore. Do I want one? Yeah, Doritos or Tanqueray. How about both? I ain't doing that because I've done that. I've done the cuts, I've done the gains, I've done the six-pack, I've had it. Would I wish, could I have it? Yeah, it took a lot of work. It took a lot of dedication. It took a lot of not eating things. And I'm in a new era. I'm in my 50 plus era. So no, I'm not cutting out the things that make me happy. I'm not cutting out my little sour watermelons with my little guitar milk chocolate combination at night after. No, I'm not stopping that. No, because I have it. I'm going to eat it. Guitar chocolate chips, milk chocolate, you know, the ones that are $20 a bag with the sour candies. Yes, please. I'm not going to stop it. I'm not into, if I could just eat the same way and still look the same way, fine. But my body has changed and it wants me to eat less and not those things. And my body's like, my brain's like, bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? I've been eating this whole way, the same time, this whole year, 47, 48 years, and now all of a sudden you're putting on the brakes? Now you're telling me I can't eat? I've never not eaten this way, right? I've eaten the same way my whole life. And now at 40 fucking 9, I know I'm 50, it says, motherfucker, you can't eat that way anymore, bitch. You're going to gain weight. You're going to gain about 15 pounds. I gained 15 pounds at 49 and a half from now. Because my body said, girl, you can't be doing that shit anymore. You need to cut some shit out. You need to be a better version of you and eat better. What? Who said? Your fat cells. Your fat cells. Well, hello. It's not stress. Megan, I'm really not that stressed, right? I mean, I'm not any more stressed than you are. And don't tell me you're not stressed. Stress is ebbs and flows, right? I'm not stressed. It's called menopause and slowing down. Your body is changing. So you need to eat according to what your body needs. But my body needs chips, it needs chocolate, it needs wine.
It needs dick.
Now, if I said that and I wasn't alive with you on your channel,
I'm just saying.
you would literally... No, menopause is also anti-dick. So, yours needs your hands.
I'm not in menopause.
It didn't even say goodbye. It gave me no warning. It literally stopped. Yeah, it needs dick. No, menopause means anti-dick. Just saying. Anything in moderation. And really, honestly, I can cut down on my serving size. But I have a problem with cutting down on serving sizes, too. I've never had this problem before my whole life, and now it's all of a sudden a problem. Fuck that shit. A half a point day. It's every day's a half a point day for Danny. Hi, Bobby. I work out every day. Yeah, it means no dick. Menopause means what's a dick? Huh? You put that where? Huh? In my mouth? What? No. Next. Next. Right. Could you imagine if I said that shit when we were on a nighttime live? He would kick me under the table and he would, like, glare at me and go away and walk off in a pissy state of mind. You can't do that with me on my live. I have people in my life who don't like that humor. I have people in my life that we need to watch their feelings for. I have people that we just need to be respectful of. The fuck I gotta be respectful of anybody? Shit. Yeah, he always gives me that look. You're lucky if you can't get enough. I don't have enough time for that. So something's got to give if he wants, dick or vagina, whatever, something's got to give. Yes, you are going to be divorced soon. Taylor Lamons. Yes. Our 27th anniversary is coming up, so maybe we'll do it on our 27th anniversary day, Taylor. I should listen to him coming from a man. Keeps you fit. So does mine. Yes, man. Did you see that belly? Anyhow. Yeah, we've been married together for like over 30 years. Clearly, we're already stuck. There ain't no divorcing one another at this point. It's just down and dirty. We're taking each other out. Some way or another. So, unfortunately, if there was a divorce, it would have been done probably the first 2-3 years. Here we go again, yo, for bellying harassment. Talking about my husband. How does that work for a violation, warning, a flagged and harassment? 'Cause I'm talking about my husband. My husband, my husband. Violation time, it sounds about right. I went a whole couple of hours yesterday. No violation, but obviously today we had to get it in because why miss a day? You know what I mean? Violation. Every time I talk about my husband, and I get a bullying and harassment warning. How is that possible?
There's so many emotions going through. There's so many emotions going through. Oh. I I huh? What? Who? What the fuck just happened? He was bullying and harassment. Oh, the same shit. I was talking about my husband, and I was dancing. I was just dancing, and I got blocked for saying what? Oh my god. My friend just texted me. She said, LMAO, love the song. What a joke. Just cut you off. I've seen so many lives just stop for nothing lately. TikTok is funny. I've got 11,000 followers on the platform. Was going to start making videos for David's lessons. But this shit makes me not want to. That's a pretty funny. Anywho. Well. Anywho, I hope y'all have a great Friday. I don't know. I don't know. Some people are really irritated today because that took some serious, that took some serious, um, serious, uh, what's the date today? I can go live tomorrow. Anyhow. All right, you guys. My mojo's gone. I'm just, you just get beat down and beat down by fucking cowards and idiots out there who just have nothing better to do but to make your life miserable when you're on here trying to have a good time and trying to
do shit and trying to make people smile and laugh and normalize shit. And you can't do what you're supposed to do because freedom of speech is taken away from you because of asshats. 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 I just have no words. It gets frustrating. This is Danielle. When she's frustrated or mad, tears can come at any minute. It gets frustrating to deal and to try to do a job and to make people happy and smile. I ain't gonna win every battle, and I ain't gonna win every appeal because I have no control. But the message to the idiots out there, the trolls, the people who have that much hate in their life, here's my message to you. I will always come on top. Let me rephrase that. That didn't sound right. I will continue to rise. If you take me down, right? And I have to rebuild, I will always rebuild and still shine. Just remember that. Just remember that. I ain't changing myself to make other people happy because you can't do that. And it's not going to make people happy because then there's other people out there who are going to hate you on you for something else. I'm true to myself. I'm going to respond to the idiots out there. I'm going to respond and allow people to not trample over me. And violations for something I'm not doing, God, you guys must be bored. You guys must be bored. I must irk you that bad that I'm just like a thorn in your side. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good to bug people that bad. It's sad though. Your family must be so proud of you for all that hard work, dedication, devotion to taking down people because they get you. But that's all right. Brenda, it's unbelievable. You have missed the whole point. Brenda, are your ears listening? Brenda, once again, Brenda, you have a choice. Obviously, I'm not your cup of tea, Brenda, and that's okay. I don't have to be, but it costs nothing to be kind, and it costs nothing to get the hell out of a place you're not happy. Stop making it about me. Fix yourself before you come lecture me. Here's my support animal. Hi, baby. I love you too. You guys. Hi. There will be moments today that you get knocked down. Take your moment. Enjoy your time. Find your spirit animal. Find your spirit something and let them comfort you. Love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. There you go.